Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about Copperplate calligraphy guides. You see those beautiful practice sheets that you get from your mentors and you want to make your own. There are a lot of stencils that are available in the market, but if you want to make your own, if you want to know how it is done, then this video is for you. Let's begin. Yeah, I'm taking a very simple doomed ruler, a pen to mark my lines, and if you have a protractor then you can take a protractor. I am taking this guide from Cali Tools. You can search it on Instagram and you will get the page. You can purchase this, or you can purchase these handy stencils from Orient and Cali also. But if you want to do this on your own, especially if you have any commission work to do with specific size of the letter that you have to do, then this is for you. You should know how your guides are made. So let's begin. We all know that copperplate calligraphy is done on a 55 degrees angle, okay? But how do we mark the horizontal line? Now, normally copperplate is done from 4 mm to 10 mm depending on your expertise, okay? The more experienced ones go lower on the X height, okay? And I've explained what is the X height, baseline, ascender and descender lines. You can check out my copperplate calligraphy basics video on that. But here I'm going to show you. Now, as you can see, 0, 5, 1. Okay, now this 5 is 5 mm. Okay, and if I have to make life simpler, let's begin by 5 mm only. So I'm making my marks here. Okay, you do this with the pencil and then do it with the pen. I'll tell you why you should do it with the pen also. It's time saving and you don't have to do this all the time. When I did not have these stencils, I used to make my guides on my own. It took a while to understand, but it's super important that you get your guides correct. Okay, now once you mark your 5 mm, simply make the lines. You can use, there are different ratios that you can use. You can use 2:1:2, or you can use 1:1:1, depending how you like to write. I will explain the ratios once I make the guides. Once you are done doing this, take a protractor. I can't find mine right away, so here, if you can see, this is half of the protractor, and on the right side of the protractor you get your 50 degrees, 55 degrees angle here. Okay, put the protractor at the end, and you will see this is already done 55 degrees. So I'm just going to put my line across here. Okay, and then join it here. Okay, and then we are going to take the ends, keeping the lines parallel. Once you reach the end, you will keep your ruler at the same angle and drift. Try to keep your slants as it is. See, you can see my slants are on line. this is the simplest way of making your grids. Okay, more guides are made. The reason why I insist on making it with a pen is you can put another paper on top of it and you can see your guides clearly bottom. Okay, so every time you want to do your work, you do not have to make your lines again and again and again. Just put your guide down and you are good to go. Second thing that you have to make sure is the ratio. Okay, in Copperplate we use 2:1:2, or we use 1:1:1. What do we mean by that? Now we all know that this is 2 ascender, 1 ascender, x height, 1 descender and 2 descender. Okay, so if you write your letter here, your lowercase letter here and your uppercase letter, or your lowercase letter here. Now this is 2:1:2. 2:1:2. Why? Your x height is 1. 2 times is your uppercase. 2 times is your the upper loop, and 2 times is your lower loop. This is called 2:1:2. Okay. Now what do I mean by 1:1:1? It simply means this is my x height. I take 1 ascender and 1 descender. So if I write A here, my B will not go 2 times up. It's going to stay 1 time up. And my J is going to stay 1 down. Okay, whichever one you want you can write. Normally when you are doing your commission work, or any client work, then we prefer 1:1:1 because it looks compact and neat. But when you are practicing, if you are a beginner, it is better that you start with 2:1:2. The bigger you write, the more stable your hand becomes. Okay, if you have any questions regarding how this is done further and how we can do commission works, or any other questions regarding Copperplate calligraphy, do write down on the comments and I will try to make a video on that so that your problems get solved. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.